Alright, for today's drawing challenge, it is to draw something that is underwater. I think I am going to draw some fish and then draw the water lilies on top. Now, if you're drawing without an eraser, you can draw with color pencils, use your lighter colors, and you can, this way, if you make mistakes, you can just color right over it and you can't see it. So I'm starting with this very, very light orangey color, peachy color, just to make my lines of my koi fish. Okay, so I did my first drawing. It's very light. You can barely see it, and I'm about to go over it with a darker color. Alright, so now I've gone over my fish with a darker color. You can see that I've got my big fish right here. I've got one just to make it look like it's flying, swimming off the page. Got my water lily right here. And here's another one swimming onto the page. If you really want it to look underwater, you can also put the water lily on top and crop off part of the fish. This is also a good drawing activity if you have watercolors. These are actually watercolor color pencils, so I can add water and they'll smear and add some color to it. I might try that a little bit later, but again, if you have watercolors at home, this is a great time to use it. I probably will not paint the blue water, probably just leave it as is and just paint the fish. All right. Another thing you can do if you do not have watercolor paint at home is do a faux watercolor paint. This is a great example. You use markers. So I'm going to color some marker, and then we're going to add some water and smear it in and blend it. Alright, so I have gone over my fish and my lily pad with marker, and I have my handy dandy paintbrush, and we're about to go add some water just to see how well it will smear and color our page. I also put a little bit of my watercolor blue color pencils just right in this corner right in here, just to see if it'll add a little bit of color smearing. So I'm going to wet it, and we're going to see how it turns out. Alright, here we go. We can test it out. You can see how the marker is just smearing like pretty watercolors. Sometimes I like this better because you can control what turns what color. Yeah, and then I added some orange in there and yellow, so now it's a nice mixture. Okay, coming around, doing the fin. And just all I gotta do is add water. That's all you gotta do because the marker is doing all the work. Now, if you put too much space without the marker, then it won't show up right. I really like how this is blending. Very nice. Right, and sometimes you can go over these, and if you lose your lines, it looks really nice to actually let it kind of go over the lines and then go back over it once it dries. Okay, so that's my one koi fish. Alright, you see on this one I lost my key details, but I'll just go back over it once it dries, and it'll look really nice. Alright, good here. Alright. Alright, and last but not least, my water lily. I need to rinse my brush really, really well because you see some of the orange flavor, not flavor, but color transferred over. That's all okay. And then I am going to go over all this with more fine detail later, just that the pink is coming through. Then go to my corners where I added just a smidgen of my blue. Didn't really do much, but that's okay. Part of art is experimenting. There's a little bit. Alright, so that's our watercolor fish for right now. I will come back, and once this all dries, I will give y'all another video on how it turns out after I add my lines and everything else. Have a good day.